Hello everyone, it's Imran here. Welcome back to another video. I'm sorry about the background noise. That's just next door's dog just barking his head off right there. He does that all the time, so nothing really new right there. I'm going to be reacting to another video by the Odds Ones Out. It's been ages since I last reacted to a video from him. And that was the I think the I Miss YouTube Rewinds one. I think back in March of this year was the when that video was uploaded. It was. You want to see Max that out? I'll have it up in the top right corner of your screen. Green. This one is called My Thoughts on Tattoos. It is. This one video was uploaded a month ago on September 21st. I've been meaning to react to this for the past couple of weeks now, but I just really haven't had the opportunity right there. There was a Fortnite one that he uploaded on his channel before this one, it was, but I didn't decide not to react to it because it was a bit too long for my liking. It was right there, and it just didn't seem more that interesting. It was right there, so I figured I'll just wait for him to upload another video, and then we'll see when this video came out, because I was like, why not? But I haven't had a chance to till now, but here I am reacting to it now. So let's see what James's thoughts on tattoos are. Links to I'm reacting to in the description down below as always. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get straight into this.
Here's a little social interaction life hack I've discovered. If you're meeting someone new and you want to get to know them better, and you see any semblance of a tattoo peeking out of their sleeve, compliment it. If that person doesn't want to talk about their tattoos, they'll say, "Oh, thank you." Anyway, this is my stop, but if they do want to talk about their tattoos, their face will light up and then they'll do the rest of the talking. I realize that by giving you this advice, now anytime I compliment someone else's tattoos, it will seem disingenuous, but it's not, most of the time. I love all of your tattoos.
Ooh.
That's right, I'm talking to you. I love your tattoos, dude. Whether it's how you got the tattoo, the meaning behind the tattoo, or being a tattoo of something you like, every tattoo is a story. And most people love telling stories about themselves. I wouldn't know anything about that, personally. I never understood why some people
right there. We know you like telling stories, James. We know you like telling
themselves.
stories. We know you like telling
I wouldn't
stories.
know anything about that, personally. I never understood why some people liked talking about their tattoos until I got one of my own. What, you think I'm gonna make a whole video about tattoos when I didn't even have any? That's right, I'm a marked man, Mom. What are you gonna do about it? Stop unconditionally loving me? Yeah, right. Wait, what are you doing with that cheese grater? Okay, but in all seriousness, can you make sure Grandma doesn't see this video, Mom? I don't want to upset her on the way out. Back in the day, tattoos used to be a symbol of rebellion and meant you couldn't get a job. No regrets, baby! But I feel like tattoos are getting more and more accepted, if not expected. I'll see a jacked bald guy covered in tattoos and think, okay, yeah, he was meant to look like that. For me, the idea of being a badass tattooed guy with a sketch pad and a beanie and ripped jeans and a beaded bracelet always seemed cool to me. But like most people, when it came to tattoos, I had reservations. Ooh, this is gonna be on my body forever? What if I hate it? I had an idea once of getting these 5 Magic the Gathering symbols tattooed on my forearm. I even dotted them out in Sharpie once just to give them a test drive. But I ultimately decided not to get them because I was worried in 5 years I would go, "Oh, these? I was really into Magic the Gathering in my 20s. Not anymore though, so now every morning I wake up with impending feelings of shame and remorse that I even decided to get this thing. And I didn't want that to happen, even though I've been playing Magic for over 15 years, and it means a lot to me, and I'm going to be buried with my sliver deck, and... Alright, maybe I should just get it. Even though people know that tattoos are permanent, there are still way more bad tattoos than there should be. One time I saw this picture of someone's tattoo on a bad tattoo subreddit, and I thought it'd be funny to prank my family group chat by photoshopping that tattoo onto my arm. And then I thought it'd be funny to post that picture onto Instagram. I didn't think anyone would fall for this poor excuse of a Photoshop job, but then the internet and my family proved me wrong. Immediately, I started getting phone calls from my parents, and even my book agent rang me up and was like, "Did you actually get that tattoo?" No, it's not a real tattoo. I mean, it is a real tattoo, but it's on someone else's body. That's their cross to bear. I can only imagine what that person's family and book agent went through. My parents were not supportive of me getting tattoos. But whose are, am I right? Some people, like my parents, say that your body is like a temple, and getting tattoos
Temple?
is like putting graffiti on it. Which, sure, okay, that's why I paid a professional graffiti artist to paint my temple exactly how I wanted. Also, you can't
Wow.
tell me not to deform my body when that's exactly what you did before I was even 24 hours old. Also, Jesus had pure
Wait, is that what really happened? Is that what really happened to James right there? I seriously hope
I was
not.
even 24 hours old. Also, Jesus had piercings, and he loved showing them off to his buddies, so I think he'd be chill with a little tattoo. After much thought and deliberation, I finally settled on what my first tattoo would be. This was going
What
to
is
be
that?
permanently inked onto my body for the rest of my life. I got a tattoo in Courier New. Luckily, the artist was
Wow.
able to finish this in one session. It took quite a while, almost 5 whole minutes. Now let me explain why I got it. It was so
Okay.
that if anyone ever asked me, do you have any tattoos? I could go, why, yes, I do. And then roll up my sleeve, and then I'd go,
Tattoo.
ha, ha, ha. When I showed off my
Wow.
tattoo on Jaden's Streamathon, there was one comment that said, James having tattoo actually tattooed onto him is exactly the kind of tattoo I expected James to have. And that made me
Wow.
feel really good because that
Wow.
meant the tattoo fit my vibe. And the second reason
That's
I
good to
got the
hear.
tattoo was because I wanted to rebel. Since tattoos were frowned upon growing
Oh,
up, I wanted to have
not
one
really.
just to have one. So I got a tattoo with no meaning whatsoever, which, in a way, is the meaning. Even though the tattoo was small and usually covered up by my sleeve, I still felt anxious about getting it. And I continued to feel that way for about a week after I got it. It was a jump
Okay.
scare every time I saw it in the mirror, and I would look at it closely and go, yep, that's really in there. I sure hope I don't regret this. But then, after some time,
Fingers
the
crossed.
tattoo just became a part of me. Like, I didn't look in the mirror and go,
Yeah, that's what tattoos do over time. You initially get jump scares at them at first, but then eventually you get used to them and they become part of you.
yep, there's James and tattoo. I would go, yep, there's James, full stop. And from that
Full
day on,
stop.
I loved giving people advice on tattoos. As a marked man myself, I think you should absolutely get that Shadow the Hedgehog full back piece. YOLO,
No,
remember?
no,
What?
no, no.
You're worried that it's going to look bad when you're 70? Yeah, it's going to look bad when you're 70. You're 70. Don't think about how bad it's going to look. Think about how much you're going to enjoy it from now to when you're 69. I've known people my
69,
age who
lol.
still hide their tattoos from their parents, but like the honest prodigal son that I am, I wasn't going to be doing that. But the next time I visited my parents, I walked into their house, and the very first thing my mom said to me was, "Do you have any tattoos?" She beat me to the punch.
Ooh.
What? Why would you ask that? Because last night I had a dream that you came home and were covered in tattoos. So, which one of you incepted my
Uh,
mom? God? I said, are
yeah,
all tattoos
God.
bad? Yes, all of them are bad. Even this one. And I rolled up my sleeve and revealed my massive tat. And her reaction was, ah. Well, it's not the worst word to have permanently inked on your body. Later on, she said, if you go to a Star Wars party, you could change it to Tatooine. So I think she took
Tatooine.
it pretty goodly. Now, some of you might be
Phew.
thinking that my epic sleeve
Don't
of a
know that.
tattoo isn't that big a deal. It's tiny and can only be seen if I'm swimming or boxing or wearing a tank top. But you see, after getting tattooed, I experienced what people in the tattooing
Tattooed.
business call catching the bug. After seeing
A
how much I
butterfly
liked
with
my first tattoo and
Wow.
knowing that I could handle having a tattoo, I was ready to get something badass. I set up a
What is
big boy
that?
tattoo appointment with an artist I liked, and when I was in the tattoo shop, the artist asked, "Is this your first tattoo?" "Is this my first tattoo?" No, sweetheart. I think I know a thing or two about tattoos. So, without further ado, I would like to debut this out of the blue tattoo. You know, from the Dark Crystal, the Jim Henson 80s
Oh,
puppet
wow. So that's where he got that other tattoo from right there, James did.
movie that I did a video on it years ago. Now I have the best
Oh
character
yeah.
permanently inked onto my skin forever and ever. That movie will always hold a special place in my heart, and now it'll hold a special place under my skin. And now, whenever I show someone the Chamberlain, we end up talking about the Dark Crystal, which is great because that's what I wanted to talk about anyways. I think I just discovered
Okay.
an autistic conversational cheat code. When I was getting it done, the artist asked me if there were any other tattoos that I wanted to get, and I said, why, yes, I do. I wanted to get the computer from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, because I also love that series, and because
I think
I'm a
everyone does.
computery guy. And I didn't realize until as I was explaining it to the artist that both of these characters are puppets. So I don't know what that says about my psyche. I never thought that I liked puppets that much,
Yeah,
but
Don't
if
Hug Me, I
anyone wants
Scared
to
includes
psychoanalyze me
puppets.
in the comments, that'd be great. And speaking of
Okay.
YouTube comments, I know a lot of people are going to bring this up, so I'm just going to address it right now. You probably noticed that Chamberlain isn't holding his iconic triangle scepter. Yeah, I already know that. That's because he's holding the Emperor's scepter. It's like my own little
Oh.
headcanon. He got to be the Emperor because he's cool and awesome and come on, Dark Crystal fans. You think I don't know my lore? I didn't get the wrong scepter or anything. You think I'd get something wrong about the Dark Crystal? Okay, you want to know what happened? I own a Chamberlain statue because, of course, I do,
Okay.
and I took pictures of it to send as a reference image to the artist, and I totally forgot that I accidentally broke off his triangle scepter, and now, because of
Oh.
that, he's holding an entirely different scepter on the tattoo. But you know what? I don't care. This
Yeah,
one's
James, we
better.
know you
It's
don't
a more
care.
clear silhouette. Now, this time when I went to show my parents the tattoo, I don't know exactly what I was hoping for, but I wanted to see some dramatic pearl clutching. You know, just some real disappointment. Chamberlain had to be split up into 2 sessions, and I only got one done when I went to Arizona for a wedding. I saw my mom, and she didn't immediately ask me if I had any more tattoos. God didn't
Okay.
tattle on me this time. I told her,
That's good to know.
Mom, I gotta tell you something. Privately. What is it? I need you to keep a secret from Grandma. Okay. I'm serious. Grandma can't find out about this. Okay. Look, it's Chamberlain. And I showed her the unfinished tattoo, and she went, Oh, do you even like the Dark Crystal that much? I mean, yeah, the plot's kind of mid, but it's a cool world. Why were you more upset about my fake Baby Yoda tattoo than my real Dark Crystal tattoo? She didn't care, and neither did my dad. And you know
Maybe
what?
your mother
I
says,
actually showed my grandma too, and she liked it. I can't make these
oh, she
people
liked it
mad
after
no
all.
matter what I do. One of my cousins is a tattoo artist, and I was talking to him about tattoos, and my mom said, Oh, you should get your cousin to finish it. And even he said, Do not do that. Speaking of tattoo advice, if you're thinking about getting a tattoo, I think you should wait. Obviously, it's your body, your choice, but with the minimum age of tattoos being 18 and in some states
Yep.
16 with parents' permission, I just can't
16 with
imagine
parents'
being
permission?
happy with any tattoos 16-year-old James could think of. All I'm saying is that I'm glad I waited and gave myself time to really know if this is what I wanted. And it was. I know you're young and you want to look as hardcore as possible, but you can still get a tattoo when you're like 23 and it'll look good. Trust me. No matter what tattoo you get, it's a way to express outwardly to the world what you like, what you want to remember, and who you are. Now, if you'll
Yeah.
excuse me, I'm about to get a full back piece of my grandma's face. There's literally no way
Whoa.
my family wouldn't love that. Thank you all for watching
Thanks
this
for note.
YouTube video, and now that you're all
No, okay, James, you go ahead and do that right there. But 16 in some states in the US to get a tattoo, that's a little bit too young in my opinion, it is. My favorite YouTuber Pariak did actually get 2 tattoos done. She did. I think it was on her right arm where she had a design done, which was a design that she used to love to draw on herself when she was younger. So that was on her right arm, and then it was on her left wrist that she did a tattoo that symbolized against mental health struggles. It was. She got that done roundabout in 2000. Got that done in 2019, 2 weeks after she turned 18, because obviously in the UK, here in the UK, the legal requirement for a tattoo is 18, and Para immediately jumped at the chance right there. She did. But do you guys ever want if they current? Do any of you who have subscribed to my channel have a tattoo, or do you want or are planning to get a tattoo? Let me know in the comments down below because I'm very curious to hear that. But wow, James really wasn't sure if he wanted to get a tattoo, but too because he was worried his parents would react badly. But I didn't care in the end, and in the end, his grandma absolutely loved it. She was like, "Yeah, that's a great tattoo. It is right there, right there." Like I like I said, if you want to get don't rush yourself in getting a tattoo. To have time to think about it, and if you want to get it, go for it. And if you don't, because you feel like it will harm your body, then that's your decision at the end of the day. If you want a tattoo, go for it. If you don't, then don't force yourself to. But that was a really nice story. I love how James gave his thoughts on some tattoos right there. Can't wait to see what other video comes next as the dog continues to bark non-stop. You do want to see my previous reactions from the odds ones out. I will have a playlist up in the top right corner of your screen right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button for me. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this video I reacted to. Also, let me know in the comments down below what other videos you want me to react to next. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. Links to both of them will be in the description down below. Share this video, subscribe if you're new here, ring that bell to get notified when I upload new videos when I post in the community tab. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!